All right, what's going on, guys? If you are an agency owner in 2022, make sure you watch this video, okay? After servicing over 150 plus clients and running my agency very successfully over the past 4 years, I want to give you the biggest reasons why I believe 90%, close to 95% of agency owners will fail, usually within the first 12 months, which comes down to these main reasons I'm going to talk about. So make sure you guys like this video, comment, and subscribe if you are new. If you are not an agency owner, then you can look forward to other videos that I put out about ads, sales objections, sales trainings. I talk a lot about Facebook ads, TikTok, Snapchat, Google, all that fun stuff. Boosting your conversion rates on your landing pages, copywriting, email, all that fun stuff. Okay, so this channel is for every online business owner from A to Z. So let's get into today's video. If you're an agency owner right now, there's probably some of the biggest things that I've learned over the past 3 to 4 years. And the first one is you need to set clear expectations with your clients. If you're not setting clear expectations, then they're going to cause you to have terrible fulfillment. A lot of objections, a lot of customers being confused, a lot of customers getting angry, and overall, they're going to want to stop working with you because you haven't been able to give them clear expectations up front. Now, does that include just a sales call? No. Okay, that's why you have to build SOPs around your expectations. So if a client's on a sales call, yeah, you can sell them and get their payment and send them an invoice, but at the same time, what you should be sending them is a video that goes over the expectations. So when clients pay for our services, we then send them a text afterwards like, hey, thanks for signing up. We're really excited to work with you. Make sure you watch this video so that you have clear expectations going in so that nothing blindsides you, okay? And they watch this 10 to 15 minute video of me just sitting there talking. And it's just basically, saying what's going to happen in these next 7 days, 14 days, 30, 60, 90, what the process looks like, what they have to pay for, their ad spend, their softwares, if you're lead gen, you're going to be on these platforms, be ready when we request these things from you. It's clear expectations. Also, being clear on KPIs, being clear on what you want the client to achieve in X amount of days or 1 month, 2 month, 3 month kind of outlook. Also, the contract it's not just a verbal contract. It needs to be set in stone that the client understands X, Y, and Z about the business, the cost, what their retainer includes. I'm not going to tell you how many times we've signed on clients, when I first started, and they thought that the retainer included the ad spend, which is bullshit. That's impossible, because other agencies in the past have said that because they're running low ad spend and they don't want to make you feel like you're spending a lot of money. So they say that to keep you in. And then later on, they're like, oh, well, we take a percentage of ad spend. We do all these different, it's too complicated for the client. It's going to cause a lot of refunds, chargebacks, and just overall terrible fulfillment experiences. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is, do not try to offer every damn service on the planet, okay? Yeah, you can offer website development and a funnel creation and emails and automations and SMS and all this stuff, but you need to focus on one thing when you first start. What are you gonna be as an agency owner? Are you gonna focus on Google PPC? Are you gonna focus on TikTok and Snapchat, cheaper traffic sources? Are you gonna focus on Shopify optimization, taking e-com stores and just simply adding more revenue to them with apps and automations and AOV boosters and abandoned cart recoveries and email, SMS? What is your niche going to be? Don't try to go for every niche in between. Try to focus on, a lot of lead gen based before you really hop into e-com. Unless you have experience in e-com, I would just do a lot of lead gen, because that would require, Facebook lead forms, maybe just simple, smaller landing pages that don't require much copy for lead gen, because it's up to the business owner to close those deals. But, kind of pick your niche. Don't try to do 45 things at once is what I'm trying to get to. Because in the beginning, I was offering so much stuff. I was building Wix sites, I was doing Google ads, it's this stuff is going to fall between the cracks and you can't systemize. You become a bottleneck and just doing 80 things at once, because no one, you don't have the money to pay 80 people to do 80 things yet. You need to be able to systemize that one thing that can, you can sell high ticket, but can make you a lot of money fast. So keep that in mind. Third piece is marketing agencies don't have personal brands. Okay. When you first start off, yeah, you don't want to be the name of it, but you need to understand that people are more attracted to a face than a logo. So having a personal brand is huge. Yeah, you can make money scraping Facebook groups and being in paid Facebook groups, stuff like that. But I would say making, if you're an agency owner, like myself, hitting that $500,000 a month mark or even more, that's going to require you to obviously be running paid ads. It's going to be requiring you to be able to scale your paid ads with being the face of it for a while until you can prove that concept. And then, building systems around that. And that kind of brings you to the next point is, when you are an agency owner, there's a lot of stipulation about how good you are, how people have worked with other agencies, all that. So make sure you have a landing page just for case studies. because people on sales calls are going to ask you like, hey, can you send me some results? Can you do this? Like, you need to have those assets prepared so that the client can obviously see the results that you've driven, or maybe you've like done some freelancer work and helped clients grow. So you have some type of leverage to show. Another thing is having, what would I say? Having commitments in your business. So having like legal commitments with clients. I know I spoke about contracts before, but you need to have like legality in the business. I didn't have that in the beginning, and it kind of led to a lot of clients just like randomly leaving, and I couldn't stop them because I had no accountability contract in place. So having something in legal independent contractor agreement format, obviously consult a lawyer for that kind of advice, but we use an independent contractor agreement. Basically locks the client in for X amount of months. They owe this amount of money. It's this percentage on their late fees. These are your deliverables. This is what to expect. This is what we can't guarantee. Here's our refund policy. Like, setting those expectations in legal format is going to help you a lot as well. I'm thinking of something else to really keep in mind. Also, okay, as you start growing and as you're making money, a lot of agencies will fail once they get a lot of clients. You're probably like, well, that's not them failing. Well, they can fail because they lack fulfillment in like systems. What I would suggest for you is every 10 to 20 accounts, make sure that you have a team just dedicated to 10 to 20 accounts. And then you get another team for another 10 to 20 and another team for 10 to 20. And that team will consist of, an account manager, project manager, client success manager, media buyer, copywriter, a funnel designer, an email copywriter. We could do like a virtual assistant, productivity manager. Those are the kind of positions and an onboarder. You need to have those kind of positions in every 10 to 20 accounts. Because if you try to get one person to handle 40 to 50 accounts, there's going to be lack of fulfillment. There's going to be stuff that fall between the cracks. Days go by, client will then message you like, hey, is this done yet? You realize you didn't even take account for it because you have 49 other accounts to handle. And it's just a really crappy fulfillment experience. So being able to systemize the fulfillment is going to be very good for framing. Okay. So with you, if you're sending, if you're closing 10 to 20 people, 20 people should be making you anywhere from 40K a month to up to 75K a month. Okay. With that being said though, with that money, you could hire a team just for those 10 to 20 accounts for 15 to 20 grand. Now you're probably wondering, wow, that's a lot of money to have on payroll. Like, my agency does almost $500,000 a month. We have over 100K a month in payroll. Like, it gets pretty ridiculous, but you need your team to help fulfill those services. You need your team to obviously hold these clients accountable. You have your legal to hold them accountable. You have clear expectations when they get on board. You have all these different things in place to the point where, this team member over here isn't talking to these accounts and handling this small task and this small task. Like, you're able to systemize stuff a lot better. Right now, I have stuff very systemized to the point where we're going to be making different Slack workspaces for, new teams and new teams to take on new clients, because I can't systemize stuff when I have one person working on 75 accounts. It's just not going to work. We have 155 accounts right now, and most of them I systemized by myself in the beginning. I was a bottleneck in the beginning. That's why, taking my advice here is very important, okay? Because I was handling 60 accounts at one time, doing daily ad management, copy. I was doing so much stuff, and I wasn't really living a life. I was just living in the business. I wasn't doing anything else. I was just working 19, 18 hours a day, maybe sleeping 4 to 5 hours a day. And I was just working. And that was it, because I had to fulfill for 40 to 60 clients. I had no time for myself. And I was scared to pay other people because I thought that they couldn't do it as well as I could. And the whole premise of that is if you're trying to hire right now for your agency, as long as that person can do it 80% just as well as you, it's going to be good. I know you're the brains of the operation. You're the agency owner. You don't want people to mess up. You don't want to piss off a client and lose fulfillment. You need to learn how to trust people, because sometimes there's things in your business that you think you're good at and you're not. Or maybe you think you do all these things at once. Well, someone could do it while you're doing something else, and you can just be more productive and obviously scale the business more. So keep those things in mind. Other things to really keep into account is if you are an agency owner right now, do not get killed with your taxes. Obviously consult your, accountant, CPA, whatever the case may be, but make sure that if you do have an agency, you run it through an LLC and then through an actual S Corp that you pay yourself with. You're going to save more money on taxes. That's just what I've seen. That's another thing. A lot of agency owners will fail because their margins are 30 to 50%. But then when tax season comes, they're spending money on other stupid shit that they can't write off. And then they start dabbling into credit line stuff. You don't want to deal with that. And then just the other thing is reporting. The client communication is the last thing that I want to talk about here. It's you need to have people in the chats, talking to these clients, giving them feedback, doing reporting. You need to be able to systemize task management and reporting. Those two things, because task management is client communication, project management, and then you have the reporting, which is client communication, ad results, stuff like that. You need to be able to communicate those things. okay? Another piece is this, and this is probably the most important one. This is the last one I'm gonna talk about, which is you're a marketing agency owner. You do not want to just be an ad agency. You can't just run ads. You need to be able to do offer creation, help clients create better offers, help them build their landing pages, get better copy, systemize their funnels. You need to be able to have good ads and give them video scripts. Like, it's not just a client comes on, let's run Google ads, let's run Facebook ads to their website. Like, no, you need to build custom things for these clients so that we can systemize their sales process, make the offer convert better on cold traffic. We need to be able to have ads that are congruent and that convert, that have custom video scripts to what's on the landing page. We have to have automations and systems for them to actually, if leads are coming through, appointment reminders, emails, text messages, making sure that we have better lead nurture. Like, there's more to being a marketing agency owner than just ads. And if you only offer ads, you are not going to be able to scale. You won't. And if you're doing e-com, if you don't know how to do upsells, downsells, cross-sells, if you don't know how to do email, SMS, customer win back series, browse abandoned cart recoveries, average order value increasing, conversion rate increases. Like, if you don't understand those things, lifetime value, all these different things that I'm throwing at you, if you can't give those to your clients or bring value to those numbers in their business, you're going to be around for 1 to 2 months and you're going to be doing the churn and burn, which is basically you getting a client and then you're going to pay more for a new client when you could just do more for this one client and keep them around for 4 to 6 months. Like, you just need to have better retention too. So make sure you keep all these things in mind. If you're communicating with clients right now through like WhatsApp, Telegram, through text message, move them all to Slack. Make sure that each client has their own designated client chat. I know I'm throwing a lot of you guys in this video, but these are all the things that I'm thinking about as I'm rambling right now and giving you guys this value. I'm just thinking about all the things that we currently run. And these are the biggest pieces. That's why this video is probably one of the longest I've ever made. There's so much that I learned over the past 3 to 4 years that I can give to you guys if you're agency owners right now. And those in this video are the most important ones. So please implement these things. I know it takes a lot of work. It's probably going to take you about 30 to 45 days to implement all the stuff that I just spoke about, but it's going to save your agency, okay? If you guys have any questions about your agency, just comment down below, leave a like, and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video.